Few characters in modern cinema evoke as much intrigue and controversy as Jared Leto's portrayal of the Joker. This incarnation of the clown prince of crime is not just a villain in the Batman universe. He's a study in psychological possession, a manifestation of performative identity, and an exploration of toxic devotion. In this analysis, we'll dive deep into Leto's Joker, dissecting the core motivations that fuel his chaotic existence. From his Enneagram type to the archetypes that define him, we will unearth the dark truths that linger beneath his flamboyance. Jared Leto's Joker can be viewed through the lens of an Enneagram 4, often associated with the individualist or the romantic. This type is characterized by a deep fear of having no identity or personal significance, driving the Joker to create a highly stylized and intense image. His core desire is to be unique, to stand out in a world that he perceives as mundane and uninspired. Yet, his shadow arises from this very need. The Joker's defense mechanism is one of flamboyant self-expression, a desperate attempt to mask the emptiness he feels inside. The gift he brings is his creativity, his ability to see the world through a lens that others dismiss as madness. However, it's within this madness that his shadow thrives, a dark reflection of his intense need to be seen and acknowledged at any cost. The formative ecosystem of Jared Leto's Joker is Gotham City itself, a place teeming with corruption, chaos, and the broken remnants of human desire. This city's underbelly nurtures his strategy of audacious performance. Here, the Joker's behavior is not just tolerated, it's amplified. Those who dwell in the shadows of Gotham are the ones who reward his madness, inadvertently fueling his need for attention and validation. In this world, his toxic devotion becomes a survival rule, a way to assert control and cement his identity amidst the disorder. The Joker's relationships are equally pivotal. Figures like Harley Quinn reward his strategy through their own broken loyalties, becoming both accomplices and victims in his demented play. They activate his wounds, yet they also see the mask for what it is, a fragile veneer that barely conceals the chaos within. However, it's Batman who offers the potential for repair, for Batman sees the Joker's mask, yet also recognizes the possibility of redemption, a possibility the Joker consistently shuns. Chronologically, Jared Leto's Joker traverses a path drenched in complexity. Each turning point in his narrative is tied intricately back to his core motive, the fear of insignificance. His early encounters with Gotham's elite and the underworld alike are marked by a relentless pursuit of validation. He crafts alliances and engenders fear, all while maintaining the illusion of control. Yet, it's the moments of solitude, the quiet interludes where his laughter fades, that we glimpse his true torment. These scenes reveal the Joker's vulnerability, the silent acknowledgement that his performative identity might be all he has. But what happens when the strategy evolves, when the shadow meets potential growth? In a healthier trajectory, the Joker might integrate his shadow, transforming his need for uniqueness into genuine creativity that uplifts rather than destroys. He could move beyond possession towards a form of intimacy that does not demand control. Yet, in Leto's portrayal, this growth seems distant, a tantalizing what-if in a narrative dominated by possession and coercion. Jared Leto's Joker becomes a study in the difference between intensity and intimacy. His relationships, fraught with manipulation, are devoid of true connection. His declaration of, "I would do anything for you," mutates from a testament of love into an ominous threat. His performative identity, though captivating, is ultimately isolating. It begs the viewer to ask, when does devotion cross the line into something darker? When do the sacrifices we make for love become chains that bind us? These are the questions that Leto's Joker forces us to confront. In the end, Jared Leto's Joker is not just a character. He is a mirror reflecting the extremes of human desire and fear. He personifies the shadow self that each of us might harbor, the parts of our identity we construct to feel significant. His journey is a cautionary tale, a reminder of what happens when we let our fears dictate our identity, when we allow the need for possession to eclipse the possibility of genuine connection. As we peel back the layers of this enigmatic figure, we discover not just the Joker's truth, but perhaps our own. And so we delve deeper into the psychological maelstrom that is Jared Leto's Joker, a man caught in the perpetual cycle of his own making. There is an unsettling beauty in the chaos he orchestrates, a testament to the complexity of his Enneagram Type 4 personality, the individualist, forever caught in the throes of self-expression and despair. His artistry lies not in creation but in destruction, each act of violence a macabre performance that asserts his identity. It's in moments of unbridled chaos that he finds a twisted form of clarity, a fleeting sense of purpose masked by the havoc he wreaks. Yet beneath the anarchic facade lies a desperation for authenticity, a core desire of the Type 4, masked by layers of artifice. This need for self-discovery and for being true to oneself is ironically what fuels his theatrics. It's a double-edged sword. The very search for authenticity distances him from it, as every act of rebellion pushes him further into isolation, away from the connections he subconsciously craves. Consider the scenes where the Joker confronts his perceived enemies, whether they be the city's crime lords or the caped vigilante himself. These confrontations are not mere battles of wits or physical prowess. They are existential dialogues, a dance of identities where the Joker challenges not just the morals of Gotham, but his own. Each conflict he engineers is a mirror reflecting his inner turmoil, a stage upon which he attempts to redefine himself in contrast to those around him. Take, for instance, the moment when the Joker stands amidst the ruins of a plan gone awry, the cityscape his stage, chaos his orchestra. It's here, in the quiet aftermath, that we see his deepest vulnerability, the stark realization that despite the spectacle, he remains unseen, his core fear of being ordinary rearing its head. Despite his attempts at grandeur, he is still yearning for recognition, his identity forever tethered to others' perceptions. This perpetual cycle of seeking validation, while simultaneously rejecting it, is emblematic of the unhealthy Type 4's struggle, a pendulum swinging between self-importance and self-loathing. The Joker's interactions with Harley Quinn further illustrate his complex psychological landscape. Their relationship, steeped in manipulation and dependency, serves as a poignant reflection of his inner conflict. Harley, in many ways, represents the Joker's animus, a projection of his inner feminine that he simultaneously adores and despises. In her, he sees the possibility of connection, yet he is unable to embrace it fully, for doing so would mean acknowledging the vulnerable parts of himself he seeks to suppress. Their dynamic is a tragic ballet, each moment laden with tension and potential for redemption. Yet, the Joker is unable to escape the gravitational pull of his own shadow, the trickster archetype manifesting not just in his actions, but in his very persona. He is both the architect and the saboteur of his relationships, a paradox that speaks to the heart of his existential dilemma. In the broader ecosystem of Gotham, the Joker serves as the shadow to the city's collective psyche. He embodies the repressed chaos, the undercurrents of fear and desire that lie beneath the surface of civility. His presence forces other characters to confront their own shadows, their own moral ambiguities. In this way, the Joker is not merely an antagonist, but a catalyst for transformation, a necessary evil that challenges the status quo, compelling those around him to question their values and allegiances. Ultimately, Jared Leto's Joker is a study of contrasts, a figure whose existence is defined by the tension between what he is and what he desires to become. He is the embodiment of the Jungian shadow, the parts of ourselves we refuse to acknowledge yet cannot escape. His story is a reminder of the dangers of unchecked ambition, of the peril that lies in allowing our shadows to define us. As we navigate the labyrinth of his psyche, we are led to confront our own. Where do we draw the line between self-expression and self-destruction? How do we reconcile our need for individuality with our desire for connection? In the end, the Joker's journey is a reflection of our own, a mirror held up to the soul, asking us to consider not just who we are, but who we might become if we let our fears govern